Hello. Hi. Welcome to
Hi, Bean
ComeDy&D.
Cortana.
Thank you for not watching the baseball game. Roll the intro.
Damn much of it.
Are you?
Pull the books by me because they have stuff I use.
Hello. Welcome to ComeDy&D. I am Hayden. I am rooting for the A's to win this baseball game. I'm the DM. Simon, who are you?
Hey, I'm Simon. Timony. I'm playing Sir Wiggles. He's a Pugladin. He's a pug. He's a paladin. He's a crown oath. He's a badass little puppy. Right now, I am apparently. We got a memo that the rest of us were going to wear Gamescape shirts, and then we thought it'd be funny to dog Hayden because he wouldn't. But the Giants are playing. I'm wearing my Lucky shirt. I do have my Gamescape shirt. Big ups. And I'm the asshole now. I'm the asshole, but it's okay. I'm watching baseball. It's a game. It's played with a ball. Hayden doesn't know what a ball is, apparently. I have two of them at least.
I have two questions.
Please.
One, who are you rooting for?
San Francisco Giants.
Two, did you guys actually conspire to all wear shirts except for me?
Yeah.
No.
Simon
No.
messed it up.
That would have been hilarious. But no. That would never happen. But now I'm the odd man out. I would like to say it. Tonight, I am brought to you by San Francisco, not Giants, but San Francisco Minis. Yes, San Francisco Minis. Pick them up at Gamescape. They're little miniatures that you play D&D with. Sorry, that wasn't me clapping. That was my balls. All two of them.
Casey, who are you?
I'm Casey. I'm playing Lee, a Tortelinger. That's a Tortle Blade Singer. Doesn't sound as good as the Pugladin. He's got a hammer. He's got a familiar who's a parrot, who is probably pretty cold up here. I feel like we have not really embraced the coldness of this whole adventure.
It seemed like a good idea at first.
Yeah.
Who are you rooting for?
You know it, born and raised.
Cool.
Dodgers.
Kevin, who are you?
Hi, I'm Kevin, and I texted everybody saying we should all wear our shirts and play on Hayden, throw a little spice on the soup, if you will. And even though it didn't go as well as I planned, I'm still pretty happy. I think it created a fun situation where one person was miserable and I'm happy, and that's all I wanted. I'm playing Uba, son of Rabab, a Loxodon, an Elfalock, a Warlint. I'm not sure which one you guys like better.
I was thinking it's Waradon or Loxodok.
I was thinking with the elephant side, but he is a elephant folk warlock. He also has a familiar, an imp named Pompadour, and his genie master Shaza, who we haven't heard from in a little bit. And I'm just rooting that everybody has fun. I don't care who wins, just that we all have a good time.
That is number one.
Just kidding.
I can tell by your hat. I like Loxodok. I was thinking, what if a character had an unfamiliar, where every time they look behind them, like, why the fuck is this bird following me?
Oh, I was thinking undead familiar.
It's always taking the help action, but against you.
Does anybody want to recap the last session?
I think we subdued some fox people. That was kind of the highlight. And then
a lot of stuff happened.
We traded a pearl and some whiskey for information. I wrote down that.
Oh, but I actually just trapped him in the ring and kept the whiskey and pearl.
Who did you get information from?
It was probably Sheplin. Probably Sheplin. He remembered it was the year 419. But of course now it's the year 420, so clearly he'd been under the influence of this thing for a while. And yeah, he told us about the Crown of Winter. It makes the north cold. It's locked in the ice labyrinth. So we decided we should head over there. And we exited the city only to see an avalanche and a lizard man and a cliffhanger.
Yes. And some gaps. There were several fox people among the this is 2 sessions ago. You fought the giant mind flayer dude, and all of his thralls were knocked out, and slowly they woke up and scampered off. And some of the foxes were captured by Sir Wiggles and interrogated, and they seemed scared and they wanted to go home. And you also noted that they spoke some weird version of Dwarven. Yeah, you also freed Sheplin. You questioned him. He told you about all that stuff. And Ubad carved up the main player's skull and got some of his brain.
Oh, yeah.
And tentacles, some suckers.
Tentacles.
You know, the thing I'm good at is capturing foxes.
Yeah, and then you went outside and you saw the thing, and that's where you left. And oh yeah, the last thing that happened is Lee cast Sending on the Dragonborn you saw, and he said, I forget what you told him, but he said back, Wiggles challenge.
Yeah, it was a real waste of a 3rd level spell slot, to be honest. But I'm glad that we now know what's going on.
Is Sending a 3rd level? What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you rather, Fireball or Sending?
But guess what? In a little while, Sending's going to be way, way less. Just like, remember texts used to cost like 5 cents per?
That's true, yeah.
One day, the Sending's going to be like a 1st level eventually.
It's gonna cost 5 cents, but with inflation, that's actually a lot. Cool. You are standing outside in the ruins, and watching in the distance as this figure off in the distance comes towards you.
How far are we talking?
He's like a mile away. He's like on top of a mountain. You can just like see him as a dot, and you only could tell he was a dragonborn by taking taking Ryan's spyglass. And so the first thing that happens is...
Yes, this is a wonderful spyglass. Where did we get this from again?
Tebby gave it to you. So Ryan... Ryan is going to attempt to jump up and grab the spyglass from Lee. Make me a sleight of hand contest.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think Lee would just use his raw physical. He just kind of puts his shell between him.
Okay. Do you want to do like a strength? What are you calling that? What's your argument?
Athletics.
Okay. What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 19 on the die, so that's a 26.
We tied, motherfucker.
Oh.
Redo.
Okay. That's a 2, so that's a 9.
I got a 19. So Ryan jumps out and grabs it and says, I thought you just wanted it for a second. I'll teach you to borrow my things. And he kind of walks off and pouts and keeps muttering to himself like, he's taking it. It's a pretty good spyglass. Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
He doesn't hear you.
Yeah. This is
where crow's eating him.
This is where you need the warlock that has all the like long distance invocations, so we can just like shoot this guy a mile away as he comes towards us.
We do one campaign.
I'm sorry, I'm not good enough for you.
Simon or Wiggles, your mic sucks right now. I could barely hear you.
It's probably because I was bending over and not projecting properly. Is that better?
That is better.
Oy. My mic. You mean my 10-year-old laptop? Yeah.
What were you saying, Wiggles?
Really? No, nothing. Hold on. Let me look at my audio device.
So should we just stick around here until that guy comes, or what do you want to do?
Can we discern how he caused that avalanche?
It's not like an avalanche. It's like he's like climbing over a mountain, kicked some rocks over, and it made a mini avalanche.
I think it'll.
It's like a strong, reckless guy is climbing over a mountain.
I mean, I think
Like
we're all
Jason
pretty
Statham.
rested. Otherwise, I would say we could take a short rest.
Yeah, I mean, I just am missing a 3rd level spell slot is all.
You see the dot slowly grow closer.
You can take a short rest.
I mean, are we scared of this guy? I'm using completely the wrong voice. But are we scared of this guy?
I heard he wants the challenge.
I mean, I think he's just gonna fight Wiggles. I think you and I are off scot-free.
Yeah.
Sniffles, what do you say? You're full members of this party.
Technically.
Ryan is crouched
Well,
over
Ryan
in the
is a hired
corner,
mercenary.
pouting.
You get 500 gold, you don't get a share. And I guess Sniffle's share comes out of Wiggles' share, so it's between you two to debate that.
Whatever the master says is fair.
I mean, if we were worried, I could say I could cast Liamon's tiny hut, and then it feels like we'd be pretty safe and we could talk to him and he couldn't attack us. But
Does that take like a minute?
well, he's like a mile away. How fast does he go?
He seems to be going like faster than you'd expect the thing to go, but not like that fast.
Does he look like a cat?
He looks like a lizard.
Some cats look like lizards. Has anyone met one of these before?
Yeah.
You mean like a Komodo dragon?
Yeah, but a cat.
Is that a cat that looks like a lizard?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big cat.
Should we prepare ourselves just in case they mean ill? I mean, lizard folks. We can't. They're warm-blooded, right? He's
Well,
gonna be really miserable. And
I ask you this. Do we want to wait here and deal with him? Or do we want to be elusive and move forward?
I think we probably should just deal with him here.
Yeah, I'm also
Okay.
get them in the bud.
You've lost sight of him as he goes. There's like ruins in, but he go like you're in like this area, and then there's like ruins, and then there's mountains behind the ruins, and he's gone down the mountain far enough such that the ruins block your vision of where he is.
Already died.
Is there like a little mountain or a building or something that we could get up on top of?
Yeah, there's like collapsed towers that you could go on top of the general ruined area. You could work your way up there.
I'll have Pompadour fly up maybe 50 feet and see if we can see him from there.
Yeah, he's walking. He seems to be. He's going towards the ruins / towards you.
Do we know enough about the lost city of U and the ruins to know where he might pop out of?
Not really.
Okay, that's fair.
Will we push rocks on top of him?
If you can probably contrive a situation like that. You could ready a rock on top of a high slope and hope he walks under it.
Yeah.
Wiggles, this is kind of your challenge, so
Yeah.
Just let us know what you want to do.
This is like when you're at the club and you're just talking hella smack, and you know you were in the wrong, but your boys back you up anyways. Okay. So how about this? You guys hide behind some stuff, and I'll make it look like I'm the only one. And when I have 1 hit point, you can come out and help me. How does that sound? Or I will fight him to the death, like a paladin.
We will avenge your death.
I avenge my death and try to resurrect me. Maybe the goblin priest can bring me back to something close to whatever I am.
The only thing I can offer you ahead of time is, would you like to be very large?
Yes, I will take that. Mostly because I miss stealing treats high up on the shelf. If I were just a little taller, I could get all the Christmas fixins.
You have lost sight of him inside the ruins by now.
Now, your visibility. Are you attached to that?
My visibility? You mean?
Yes.
You mean being able to see my own hands? Paws?
Yes. Your ability to see your own hand or paw.
No. I'm not attached to much. The only thing really I'm attached to right now is you guys.
How about you, Lee?
No, I'm not attached.
Okay, I cast invisibility as a 3rd level spell.
Does that get all of us?
And, well, it gets you 2.
Can I do that thing where the pug does a handstand and starts urinating? Does my pee come out visible or no? I need to know this.
Is your what visible?
Does peeing make you non-visible?
Yeah, so like if I'm invisible, does the pee just come out and that's visible, or is it all like, you know?
The pee becomes. I'm saying peeing is an attack, so it causes you to become visible.
What kind of stats do I have on that? Is that like a plus?
Boy,
As a pug, I think they're pretty low.
I thought my 3rd level spell was wasted.
All right. So you said we could drop rocks on him. So I'm rethinking this. Okay.
Well, so right now the 2 of us are invisible, and Ubad, Ryan, Tofu, and Sniffles are just standing there.
Yes.
Oh yes, good boy. I will just hold a charge then.
Hold a charge?
What's
like
a
you're gonna
charge?
charge as soon as you see someone?
I mean, as soon as he comes within like 30 feet, I'm gonna charge,
Okay.
and it's just gonna look like there's a wild tofu attacking him.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
So you're on Tofu charging him?
I am, right?
You tell me?
I am.
Cool.
Oh, Tofu is visible.
That's fine.
And then Ubad is holding his elemental gift. And as soon as he can get any eyesight on the Dragonborn, he will use a bonus action to fly 30 feet straight up.
Who's calling you right now?
That was the timer
Oh.
to say you suddenly see something crash through the ruined wall about 120 feet behind you. And as the dust settles, you recognize there's like this red dragonborn that seems pretty familiar, crashes through the wall. He seems to be missing half of his face, and it's been replaced with like a cool robot skeleton, like cool metal skeleton face. And he has a weird, and one of his arms seemed to be completely covered in armor, such that you can't see any flesh below it. He is otherwise fairly heavily armored up too, but you can see in his right hand he's holding a sword, and on the metal half of his face where his eye would be, there is a glowing red mote, and he shouts, "Wiggles! Challenge!" And he charges 60 feet towards you.
Let's go.
And then he looks at you. He looks directly at you, Wiggles, even though you're invisible.
Whoa.
Uh-huh.
And out of the red moat fires a red laser. Make a. I'm giving you advantage.
One! It's a what? Really?
I'm giving you. This is a dexterity save. I am giving you advantage because you are invisible.
Thank you. I'm gonna. Oh my. Okay. 15.
15. You take full damage. Do.
Hi, Jen, by the way.
You take 14 fire damage. Roll initiative.
Ah! Everybody or?
Everybody.
10.
Alright, let me play.
12.
You guys have the same initiative you had in the last combat, both of you.
Just trying to make it easy on you.
12.
Wiggles, you improved. You had 9 last time. Wiggles or Ubad, would you like to go first?
Wiggles can go first.
I'll go first. Yes.
Okay. And Ubad, you are 30 feet in the air, as you requested. What is this? God.
So we left this guy alive, and that was a mistake. Is that the takeaway here?
I can do a flashback. Let's do a flashback. Let's
Take no prisoners.
So this Dragonborn charges and fires a laser and uses Wiggles challenge, and then it flashes back to a few weeks ago when you were escaping Suzail on a charging carriage, and the minions of the minions of Don Muswell. The Dragonborn minions are chasing you down on horseback. Guff, the red Dragonborn, jumps on the carriage, and Wiggles issues the champion challenge. Right as Lee knocks him off of the cart, and he's getting up to chase you down when I believe Ubad shoots a Eldritch Blast, blowing off half of his head, killing him.
Or
Shoot.
so we thought.
Cut to the other Dragonborn, Ziggy, the blue Dragonborn, who seemed to be some sort of mage, trying to revive him. He brings him back to the Don Muswell's house, and Don Muswell, furious at the Asteria household for bringing this upon them, brings in his former business associate, the Baroness Asphilia Asteria, who, as a favor, does some necromancy and brings back Guff, and Don Muscle uses resources to replace his missing parts with cool enchanted metal stuff. But as soon as he's revived, the last spell that enchanted him overtook his mind, and he could think of nothing but challenging Wiggles. and his new Terminator form, he ran off to challenge you.
I'm just picturing him running across the bottom of the ocean.
Roughly, yes.
Does my character know all this?
No.
Good to know.
I thought of no way that you would possibly learn this during the campaign, and thought it would be more fun to know than to not.
Oh!
And now you're seeing Guff fire a laser at you, and you're burned.
Yep.
Where?
Yep.
It is Wiggle's turn.
How far?
60 feet.
And he looked at me.
Yes.
Great. So let's go ahead and make Tofu my mount charge at him.
Mm-hmm.
And Tofu is going to... I guess Tofu can attack?
Can Tofu attack?
He's
Yes.
got a 60-foot movement speed.
The
Yeah.
fine steed can attack, not like a familiar.
And by the way, fine speed, I want to kind of rework it a little bit so it's fine speed, not fine speed. Like, fine. He's a handsome Tofu. He's a handsome chunk of tofu horse. Okay.
Be firm Tofu or silken Tofu?
That is a great question. It depends. When his ren is up, he's firm tofu. When his nen is up, it's silken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So he's going to attack. I have to roll a dice.
Yes.
I have to roll a 19 plus 6. So it's going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
I'm going to do minimum, so 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
It does minimum?
Well, I mean, I could roll. You want me to roll?
Yeah, roll.
Hey,
We're playing D&D. What are you
want to
doing?
roll dice in a D&D game? Oh my god.
What are you doing?
You want to know what I rolled?
Yes.
Plus modifier. Minimum damage 11. I rolled 5 and a 2. 7 plus 4 is 11.
So what is this attack you're doing exactly?
Oh man. This is his hooves. Tofu's gonna go up and like, I don't know. Does he have hooves or fins?
Flippers?
He's got flippers.
He's got flippers, so he's gonna flip.
If he's gonna do like a seal attack, usually they just go like and kind of smash people.
Like that.
Have you seen like elephant seals charge things? They go like they like body slam people.
I think, 2 things that people from San Francisco love to troll out-of-towners about is 1, go to the Golden Gate Bridge, it's gorgeous, wear shorts, and it's like 30 degrees. 2, pet the sea lions, and they end up getting perfectly injured. So sort of the same thing. He needs to make a DC strength saving throw.
Interesting.
Ooh.
What happened?
Grappling charge.
What happens if he fails?
It's like the tourists at Pier 39. He'll be knocked prone. And if he's prone, which it sounds like he is.
Does a natural 20 pass?
Yes, a natural 20 will barely pass.
I need a dice camera because this is absurd.
Yeah, get new dice.
He is not knocked prone, I guess.
Okay, he's up.
Are you doing a Wiggles attack?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do a Wiggles attack. So he is size medium.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get him. Stabby stab. That is gonna be a 17 to hit.
You miss.
His metal plate deflects
Yes.
my attack. This is gorgeous. All right.
If only you had knocked him prone.
And if only I had another attack. Oh, which I do. Does that 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
I wish I had a dice cam. Ooh, look at it there. Okay.
I
you
can't
did
tell.
A little higher.
Fantastic. Let's see.
Is that with the knife?
Oh, good question. It is with my. Yeah, it is. Wait, where's my knife? Hold on. I thought, I roll the dice and I don't really think ahead. Just like in Vegas. Does anybody else have that? Okay. 9 points of damage?
He takes 9 points of damage.
Really?
This is still slashing damage?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Weren't you using the flail? No.
I'm
Wait,
lost.
were you attacking with the flail twice or the knife? What were you doing?
I don't know. I'm lost. I have 2 weapons. I can't find them.
Were you using your feet?
I was peeing, you guys. I was using my pee attack.
He takes 9 damage, and you will figure out what weapon you're using next time.
I gotta
Ubad, what's up?
I am going. Yeah, let's. Can I assess the combat rating of this Terminator Dragonborn?
By which means, normally you'd have Siri do it or Carrie do it.
By guesstimation.
Yeah, what do you think the combat rating is?
That's what I'm asking you.
That's what I'm asking you. You said you want to estimate it. The person that knows how to estimate things is not here. So you'd need to come up with your own criteria. He seems very dangerous, if that's what you're asking.
Oh,
He seems perhaps more dangerous than Corvus.
Oh, well, if that is the case, I am going to use a bonus action and cast Hex on him, and he will have disadvantage on strength checks.
Cool.
And then I will use my action to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And what is that? What is our proficiency is +3 now. So that is 8. So 12 to hit won't hit.
Correct.
What about a dirty 20?
A dirty 20 hits.
Yay, dirty 20. The second best type of 20s. And that is 6 force damage, 5 necrotic, and 3 cold.
He takes 9 damage. It seems like force and cold do, but like necrotic seems to have been fully necrotized already.
The necrotic does nothing. Hopefully someone forces him to make lots of strength checks.
Lee, what's up?
How far away is he? 60, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I will run 30 and use my bonus action to Misty Step the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
That means I cannot start my Blade Song, so I will go ahead and just make my attacks. And for the first time, I get 2 of them.
Wow.
But one of them I will cast a cantrip in the place of, and that cantrip will be Booming Blade.
Interesting.
Okay. Since I'm not blade singing, instead of holding my Warhammer in the funny elvish way, I'm holding it with 2 hands. It's very strange.
Is our Wiggles or Ubad weirded out by this?
No, but Ubad is weirded out because he's thinking about Lee was 17 and wondering how old his elven lover was.
Wait, is it weird if your mother is much older than you? Because that's pretty normal, isn't it?
Isn't it an
No.
elven lover?
Fair enough. Does a 25 hit?
At 25 hits.
Okay, they both hit then. It's going to be 27, and then the Booming Blade is an extra 5, so 32 damage between the 2 attacks.
Jesus. What kind of damage?
Most of it is magical bludgeoning, and a little bit is thunder.
That all goes through. What does it look like?
So unlike the fairly the fairly nimble way that he normally wields this enormous warhammer. This one is just a pure two-handed brute strength, and on the first one you see a flash of thunder, and the second one is just a pure strike. He also gets pushed back 5 feet, and he must make a saving throw to get pushed back another 15.
Strength saving throw?
Yes.
What's he got to beat?
15.
He rolled 2 15s, so I think I got it.
He's good. So he gets pushed back 5 feet, and he is wreathed in booming energy.
Cool. He does like this block thing and like skids back 5 feet.
The snow is very slippery.
And then he looks up at you, Wiggles, and he says, "Challenge!" And he runs forward, and he takes booming energy.
10 thunder.
10 thunder.
No.
And you see his Terminator arm reach out and grab Tofu. And Tofu has to make a strength save. Strength contest.
Not tofu.
Point of clarification. He has disadvantage on this.
Okay. Well, that saved you from a critical hit, but it didn't save you from rolling a 25. 24.
Not sure Tofu is able to beat that.
Okay. My second natural one of the night.
Tofu. Okay, roll. Wiggles, roll me a... What's the roll to stay on a horse?
Next.
Sure.
Animal
Athletics?
handling.
Animal handling.
Animal handling.
Is it animal handling?
I think that's up to the DM, but I do think that feat gives Simon advantage.
Okay. So let's call it animal handling, and you get advantage.
Yeah. 9.
With advantage?
Yeah. 4 and a 7.
Okay. So Guff screams, goes, "Roar!" and picks up Tofu with his Terminator arm, and you fall off, and then attempts to bludgeon both Lee and Wiggles with Tofu.
Hey, Kev, what kind of invisibility spell was that? Is that just regular?
That was regular, so...
I'm visible now.
Yes.
Attack.
Yes, as soon as you attack, you are visible. I hope you took advantage with your first attack.
Well, we weren't... I thought we were visible, right? I didn't do advantage on mine. Because I thought he could see us with his necrotic eye.
Oh, you were supposed to have advantage.
Okay, I rolled again and did not crit.
Okay. So Wiggles does a 9 hit.
No.
Lee does.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Lee does a 24 hit.
Absolutely.
You are smashed with a seal horse.
Ow.
What is the name we came up with for this species?
It wasn't a cake seal.
It was not a cake seal.
Tofu
You take 28 tofu damage.
Ouch.
Oh, killer tofu.
This is why I need to get my blade song up.
Would a 24 have hit with your blade song?
If I cast shield.
Jeez. And Tofu also takes that much Lee damage.
Ooh, that's not going to go well for Tofu.
Now I have a thing where I can take damage instead of my instead of my steed.
Okay.
It's
Only if you're riding it, right?
yeah. I mean,
I
technically.
think the wording of it is you can force an attack targeted to your mount to target you instead. But you have to be mounted for that to be the case.
No, I've done this before. I've been on a falling horse, and I went under it so that it wouldn't take, because I'm vegan, right? So I would take the damage instead. Is that?
I'm here's my DM call. If you can reach out and through an empathetic bond with your beloved horse Tofu, you can absorb the damage if you make a sleight of hand roll.
Woo! All right.
You have to beat 15.
Sleight of hand.
Let's make 12. 12.
Serious?
Yes.
Roll a 10
Aw.
plus 2.
You do it.
Hey!
Describe what this looks like.
I see Tofu tipping. It happens. I feel, even though he's just like a ethereal creature, just my duty to my queen, my country, and my friends, whom I now feel indebted to, I roll under him, and I sort of puff up my belly, like my little pug belly, and I hope that acts as like a cushion, like a pillow, and I let him fall on my puffy gate.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you take 28 tofu damage.
Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay.
And then Tofu, Guff lets go of Tofu, and Tofu rolls 10 feet away. And then Tofu is on his belly, right side up, and goes and loses his headphones.
Oh, hold on. I gotta write this. Tofu wears headphones. Is Tofu a Twitch streamer?
You tell me. Wiggles, it is your turn.
Okay. Am I prone?
As you described it, yes, you are.
Tofu is a streamer. I get up, spin up half my movement. How far away is Bastard from me?
You're right in front of him.
Cool. I'm gonna stand up. Hayden, I'm sorry. I have my info on my other computer. I don't know, so I'm just gonna use the mace. Is that okay? Whatever. You want to?
Yes.
I'm...
It is.
Yeah,
Where's
the dog ate my character sheet.
the star? +2 Star of Pain. 1d8 +2.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. 13 to hit.
No.
I swing, I miss, and the other one is going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right, cool. So that one. 6 damage. Sorry, 8 damage. On his, I'm aiming for his little skull. I'm aiming for his skull.
His Terminator skull.
Yeah.
It clanks off his skull, and it seems to make a small dent.
Does it? Okay, it bends.
It makes there's some damage. It seems to do about 8 damage, in fact. And oh, that's not a d20. He's gonna make a Constitution check to beat. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC?
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh.
That's Not a D20 is the name of my other comedy D&D podcast.
Nice.
That's not a D20.
It's nice because you can play games that are not D&D.
Mm-hmm. What's the spell save DC?
12.
Okay, a 15 beats that, so the vulnerability effect does not take effect.
Oh.
Ubed.
Yes. Now that moat, can I discern if it's more of a physical property or is it more of an ethereal thing?
Make me an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm very good at those. That's a 2.
He's very good at this.
You seems like it almost looks like a scented candle or something to you. You think you could get one at Bed Bath and Beyond?
Yes,
which is canonically a store in this world now.
I will add that to my notes. I will use a bonus action to command Pompadour, who I think he is 100. He was 50 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote down everything but his speed. So excuse me one moment. To fly and try and grab the moat. I think it will take more than one turn, so I will move on to my action and cast Eldritch Blast.
So he's flying 30 feet downward towards Guff?
Yes, and I believe he has another 20 feet.
Cool.
I will find that out, but that is a 19 to hit
Miss.
and a 21 to hit.
Hit.
And the necrotic does nothing.
The necrotic, it does nothing.
The necrotic does nothing.
You can see
That is 7 force and 3
painting
cold.
above my door is radioactive man. How much damage?
7 force and 3 cold.
10. Guff is starting to look pretty beat up. He doesn't look like close to death, but he looks like he's worse for wear. Lee, what's up?
Okay, first bonus action. Start my blade song.
What does it sound like?
It's very weak because I am quite injured. And I will try... How does this guy look like he weighs more than 500 pounds? You know, roughly.
Probably not.
Okay.
Make me a wisdom roll. A flat wisdom roll.
How much is this metal plate?
12?
Yeah, he probably doesn't weigh more than 500 pounds.
Okay, I will try casting Levitate on him, which is a Constitution save. Unless he's over 500 pounds, in which case I cannot lift him.
Does a 20 pass?
It sure does.
Hayden, you need to sell these dice for like $1 million. Just some fucking kid who's just like some snotty kid who's just like, "Ah, you better roll 20."
That is it.
I gotta just roll these dice and log the results over and over again. Oh, that's another 20. Cool. Your magic attempts to take hold and he shrugs it off.
He's heavier than he looks.
Now he's gonna attempt to grab Wiggles with his Terminator hand.
Oh, cool. Is it like a claw?
Yes.
Oh,
Strength contest.
is it cold?
That
And I am rolling with
disadvantage
disadvantage.
has
Yes.
proved key.
Uh-huh. What do you want?
Do you beat a 17?
10. No. Lose by 7. Do I win?
No.
Okay.
He grabs you and lifts you up,
Cool.
and then pulls back his sword and attempts to impale you on his sword.
Sounds painful.
Does a 18 hit?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna say that because I'm like, okay, I forgot to do my bonus action puff up like a fat dog last turn. That's gonna be fine. He's not gonna roll an 18. Yeah, an 18 just hits. Okay. Try to grab and stab.
You take 20 damage.
Grab and stab. Grab and stab. I'm grab. I'm stab. Grab. I'm stab. Grab. Stab.
How you doing health-wise?
I'm alive.
That's good.
Can do that 10. 20 damage. Ooh, yeah. I'm around. I'm alive.
You guys watch as Wiggles is lifted up by one hand, and then a sword is run through him, and apparently didn't hit anything major because he's still alive.
Pug organs are different.
No, they're bad at breathing.
Our liver's in a different place than dragon stuff.
Yes, he'll actually breathe easier with that hole through him.
Wiggles, it is your turn.
Okay, so having been picked up and stabbed, let's just go ahead and. Do they need to break out of this?
Yeah. If you can.
Can I attack him unimpeded?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna attack. Level like 10.
No.
That is a 19 to hit.
No.
Oh, okay. Well then, bonus action, puff up like a fat little dog.
Cool.
All right.
You're puffed up. You're flailing. You're trying to hit him, and it's not working. And blows are glancing off his armor.
That's it. All right.
And you're puffed up. Ubad, what's up?
Okay, so imps move at 40 feet around. So
Okay.
He is 10 feet away. But before we find out what happens when you try and touch the moat, I will shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts at the large dragonborn fella.
Mm-hmm.
And 21 again, so 1 hit.
That's a hit.
And terrible rolls on damage all night so far. That is 8 force and 3 cold. And now, Pompadour is still invisible. So
Cool.
would that give him advantage on a sleight of hand to try and grab this moat?
Yes.
And he needed it. That is an 18 to try and reach out and touch and take the moat.
Okay. Here's how I'll play it. So Pompadour reaches out and attempts to grab the moat, and the moat kind of like flickers and goes away when his hand passes through it. So it's not like a physical thing that he can grab. But Guff immediately shouts "Arr!" and lets go of the sword he's holding and tries to bat at his eye, and seems very off-put by this. Lee, what's up?
All right. So he dropped the sword, but he's still holding Wiggles.
Yes, and Wiggles is holding the sword.
Yes, it's just...
I see. Whoever pulls this sword from this pug shall be king of Puglandia. All right, I will just go ahead and try to hit him with the thinking that if I hit him hard enough, maybe that will cause him to drop the pug as he's hit 5 feet away. I am blade singing, so back to the awkward one-handed warhammer. That's not very good. Both of them are the same roll, which after modifiers is 14. So I think they both miss.
You both miss. Are you doing anything else?
I can't really do anything else. So that is it.
Cool. I need Kevin to be back. Because we're doing Pompadour stuff.
We're Kevin.
How's that game going?
It's a tied game.
It's a pitcher's battle.
Is it? Yeah, which we like.
A classic pitcher's duel between a bunch of random pitchers at this point.
Yeah.
Well, the closers. It's a closer's duel.
Yes. Kevin, Guff is batting at an invisible Pompadour. What is Pompadour's AC?
13.
So I'm gonna try to hit without proficiency at disadvantage. That is not a D20. I got out the D12 for this, and it feels similar, but I'm not really looking at it.
Not a D20. It's my favorite D&D podcast.
The first roll was a 1, so that's not happening. Cool, and he's gonna regain his composure and attempt to grab the sword. Wiggles, do you want to do a dexterity contest or something?
Yeah. Hello.
I'm rolling sleight of hand.
I have a 2 dexterity. You know I do.
So this is Wiggles trying to move his body so that the sword impaled in him is hard to grab?
Yes.
That's disturbing.
What am I rolling?
Roll me sleight of belly.
Sleight of belly?
I don't know.
You want the sleight of belly?
Make me an argument for what you should be rolling.
Here's my argument. I rolled a 19. Plus, 2 is my lowest thing.
No matter what you pick, you beat what I rolled. So
medicine it is.
Medicine. Sure, that works. He attempts to grab the sword, and how do you prevent him from doing that?
I kind of I drool on the sword, making it slippery. I kind of bite at him to throw his game off, and as he tries to grip it, the liquid slime from my saliva gives him an optimal grip.
Nice. And also, since there's still a sword in you, you're gonna take a little bit of damage.
You know.
Try not to move your torso as you do things.
As one does.
You take two continuing sword impale damage.
Ouch.
Wiggles, what's up?
As I'm moving around, the sword sort of in my guts. Can I pull the sword out of my stomach?
Make a Constitution check. It's gonna be DC 15.
21.
You pull the sword from your own body.
King.
Is this a normal sized sword or?
It doesn't feel that bad, but I want you guys to think that I'm cool, so I just make it a lot more dramatic than it should be. So I look over. This is for you,
It's a very large sword.
Ubad and team. This is for you. It's a very large sword.
So you can't grab it by the hilt and pull it out. It's sort of like going with the blade.
Sure.
Like a magician pulling handkerchiefs.
I think after a while,
There just keeps being more sword.
I just get tired of it. I'm like, this is not working. I don't think this is gonna.
You get the sword out. You got the roll.
Okay. All right. So no more sword damage.
You rolled a 21.
Yeah.
So you have a sword. You have a large sword.
All right. I think it'd be cool to kill him with his own sword.
You can certainly try.
I don't know. Okay.
I think what Wiggles needs is a third weapon.
Mm-hmm. I'm also assuming you've dropped your other weapons in order to do this.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do that, and also my shield, so I'm gonna have to drop my AC too. Right?
Okay. Did you have 2 weapons and a shield?
No, I have one
Okay.
weapon and a shield, as
Okay.
per rules.
Cool.
All right. What is this? Longsword?
Mm-hmm. No, it's a greatsword.
Great sword. 9 to hit.
9 to hit.
9?
9. I rolled a 5.
You miss very badly.
Figured.
But
But I get another
a plus
attack.
1 to strength.
What?
I rolled 2 5s.
Neither of those hit?
No, 2 5s. I mean, 1 5. Can I add them together?
No.
All right. So there we go.
Ubad, what's up?
I'm gonna have. I will take 2 more EV shots, and that is. That is a, sorry, the 10 and the 16 look oddly similar in this dice, and I have to look up very close. So it is a 24 to hit and a 22 to hit.
That's 2 hits.
Okay. Well, now we are talking. Still not great, but that is 13 force and 3 cold.
13 and 3?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
I'm not rolling the necrotic to save everybody time. And then I will have Pompadour take a traditional help action.
He does that. Lee, what's up?
All right, with my bonus action, I will cast Spirit Shroud, since it seems like this guy's hanging around. And so these are the little turtle spirits that sort of look like Gavin Lux, flitting all around my head.
Gavin Lux?
He's a very blonde baseball player. And I will attack twice, doing Booming Blade for the first one. So I have advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, should I break out the Radiant, or is that just the same as the Thunder and the Bludgeoning?
You don't know.
Okay. There will be 2 Radiant.
4 radiant.
And then 10. Total between the Booming Blade and the 2 attacks, it will be 20 damage. And he is pushed back.
20 on top of the radiant?
Yes, so 22 total, or 24 if he's
Okay.
vulnerable. And he's pushed back 5 feet, and I'll take a strength save to see if he's pushed back another 15 feet.
And the first roll is a 1, and so he's not gonna do it.
Okay.
So,
So
what does your hit look like?
2 quick hits, quicker than you think that a 440-pound turtle could swing a warhammer. One of them imparting this booming energy, the other one just flatly hitting, and both times these spirit turtles biting at his heel. Oh wait, I get another D8 of radiant. I forgot. Make that another 7 radiant, because each
Another
attack gets a D8. That's the whole
14
point why this
radiant.
spell is good. Totally forgot.
You smack him real fast in the stomach, and he flies backwards and rolls, is on the ground, and drops Wiggles in the process. Wiggles, roll me dexterity to see if you land on your feet.
I'm Sir Wiggles. I'm rolling dexterity. Oh, 6?
Nah, you're
Six.
prone.
6, I'm prone. Okay.
But he rolls back and is on his knee. He rolls back and is like on his knees back in the snow, and he looks not well off at this point. He looks pretty messed up. And it is his turn. So he looks up, he catches his breath, and he is now weaponless. And he says, "Challenge!" And his eye mote flares up. And Lee and Wiggles both make dexterity saves.
Dexterity save. That is a 5.
How
After
many
my
natural
negative
ones
2.
can I roll tonight? Apparently 3.
Well, you both take 9 damage, so the damage roll wasn't great.
What kind of damage?
Fire.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
And then he gets to his feet, and he seems like he's getting ready to run it at Wiggles.
Good.
Does that trigger the booming blade or no? Just standing up doesn't, I don't think.
No. Let's say he starts running, so sure.
That will be 12 thunder damage.
Did the Dodgers just score?
Yeah, how'd you know?
Wiggles, consolation prize, it is your turn.
Oh, fuck. Shut up, Casey. I lost my pencil. I have to do everything in pen now, so I have, like, my next hit points are going to be my hit points eternally. I'm going to yell. At least I'm still invisible. I'm going to swing his sword at him.
He's like 10 feet away from you, so you have to run up to him. Is that cool?
I'll do that. I'll run it. All right. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. That'll be, come on, 6 points of damage.
Are you rolling for let's say a +2 greatsword?
Fantastic. Well then, 8 points of damage.
Cool.
Thank you. The next one's gonna be a natural 20. There's
Okay.
the consolation prize. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna double the damage. I'm also going to use a one of my paladin spell slot things. I'm gonna divine smite him.
Does that do radiant damage?
Oh, yes.
Yes, it does.
At least
Okay.
2d8.
Here's this. Oh.
What level are you doing it at?
So there's 15 off the bat, and then an extra 5 radiant damage.
What does your hit look like?
I take the sword right before I swing it. I kiss it. Divine radiance emanates throughout its blade. I swing and I slice right through his head.
He's not dead.
Oh. But I swing through his head. I'm already playing the death music.
So it decapitates him, but he's undead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I wanted to cut through his head. Anyways, I swing the sword. I try to go through his head. But apparently I don't. But
You did 25 damage, right? Total? Or 15 and 5 radiant.
Plus 25, yeah.
Okay, cool. So he's not dead. So what? Yeah. So, okay. Do you want to finish describing the hit?
That was it. I tried to cut through his head, and I guess I didn't.
Cool. Your blade, you hit him in the neck, and it like lodges partway in, and you pull it free, and he drops to his knees, panting, as if he has 1 hit point left.
Fuck you guys.
And he looks up at you and says, and some blood comes out of his neck hole.
Oh, bonus action. Challenge. I will cast my Divine Smite challenge. Just to rub it in. I'm challenging him.
He's already challenged.
I know. But I'm doing it.
Ubad. Your turn.
You accidentally challenge Ryan.
Ryan is Ryan sitting in the snow with his arms crossed.
Let's just get this done. I will have Pompadour take the help action. And then that is a 23 to hit.
That hits. Don't you he's dead. How do you kill him?
I just like to imagine he shoots the Eldritch Blast out of his trunk and the first one misses, and the second one takes off the half of his head that was left, and it's just the metal parts of his skull still there. Oh, and he's pushed back 10 feet. I keep forgetting I can do that.
Oh yeah.
That probably isn't very helpful.
You blast him, and his corpse tumbles backwards, and is now splayed out in the snow. And there's blood flowing into the snow from his former head. You win. You're out of initiative.
Yeah, you can tell from the music.
Oh, I love fucking Stardew Valley.
Well,
I remember him being much different.
Yes, right? This is very strange.
I remember him being taller.
So the moat has faded, or it's still around?
It is faded.
Well, at least Sir Wiggles finally got a good weapon out of this.
Here, Ryan.
You're going to give that great sword to Ryan. It's taller than he is.
Ryan is... You turn around and you see Ryan behind you going... reaching for the sword.
I don't discriminate. You know, if he wants the sword, he should have the sword. Fine. Here you go, Ryan. Here's the sword.
I think he just wanted to be picked up again.
Sword!
Okay. Oh, you little guy. Search the body.
You don't find... He's wearing, like, this full plate armor.
Ooh. That
is pretty nice. It's...
Wiggles, what type of armor do you have?
I have... Yeah, let me check. Go on ahead while I check. Breastplate.
You can't say breast on TV.
Sorry, feet
We are
plate.
not on TV.
I have foot plate armor.
We are on the internet.
Maybe you could...
Plate.
Maybe you could take this armor and adapt it for Tofu's use. What do you think? They're about the same size.
Tofu doesn't have feet.
It is +2 plate armor.
I think this armor would actually do quite well for you.
That's amazing.
I mean, he is the greatest champion you've single-handedly defeated, and I think you should take his armor and his sword with you when you return to Puglandia to your wife and children and tell them the story.
You know, when we all return to Puglandia, you guys got to come back with, if we don't die horrible frozen deaths, you come back and hang out and cook you some cat. That's one of our delicacies. Yeah.
That sounds good, because I do plan on not dying.
Good. That makes at least 2 of us. You want to die?
All turtles die, but not all turtles truly live.
Alright. I'm going to leave Ryan out of this, because I don't really care what his answer is.
Did you give Ryan the sword?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Ryan is
But
holding
I
the
think
sword
I've-
and is like trying to drag it around and like trying to swing. Goes,
You got it, buddy. Listen, just tug a little harder. All right, so this was what kind of armor again? So I can
plus
protect
2
right
plate armor.
plus 2 plate armor.
Because Hayden was tired of always hitting us.
Okay, thanks. Hey Hayden, if I dig this metal out of his skull, can I wear it like a helmet? I'm gonna try. I'm a dog. I don't have
Roll me survival.
What we do, we cut up skulls now.
Fair enough. Can't argue with that.
To see if you can get this metal half skull off of him.
13.
It's pretty hard to get off. You can't really seem to get it off.
Sticking his sword inside of his head and trying to just pry it, just kind of pry it open.
Not for a 13. It didn't work.
Just dig my hands in
I
it.
would like kind of look around where the moat was, and the skull, even while I was doing this, and maybe make an investigation or an arcana check. You know, something he's not good at all.
I'm gonna say you burned your arcana check on this.
Oh, can I investigate them?
Sure.
So you're investigating the fact that he burst out of the wall behind us?
Oh no,
No,
I
the
guess
moat.
I'm investigating the fact
moat.
that his moat was a candle of from Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh. Can I take a
I'm
look
writing
also?
down his canon.
Yes.
I got a dirty 20 for either Arcana or Investigation.
For Arcana, you know that this was some kind of necromancy spell that bound his soul to the new enhanced enchanted metal body, and it seems to have dissipated now.
I see. So the body itself is negative.
Is negative?
Is metal.
The skull is.
Just the skull. Got it.
He had like new metal parts grafted onto his existing body.
Okay. I understand.
Nicholas, can you just get me that skull, please?
Can you be closer to the mic, please?
Sniffles, can you just get me that skull, please?
I will try my best, sir.
You-
Roll survivals for Sniffles. It's gonna be a +1.
Let me get my Sniffles dice. I rolled it. Go ahead.
I'm thinking of maybe something more drastic.
What did you have in mind?
Can I use an Eldritch Blast to shoot through his neck and move his head 10 feet away from his body?
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what kind of roll that would be. Let's just make it an attack roll. Did the Giants just score? No.
They will.
I'm mad at the game. I'm mad at this neck blast.
Oh, that's good. That's a 22 to hit.
Sure. You shoot the neck, and the metal skull flips up and spins in the air and lands in the snow some 10 feet away.
And I will ironically fetch it and retrieve it to Wiggles.
It is done. Wiggles, did you hear that?
No, what happened? Sorry.
You have the skull.
Good. Sniffles, eat this. Eat the flesh off the skull. I just want the skull. I don't want any flesh. Did I ask for flesh? No, I asked for a skull.
As you wish, sire.
Thank you.
And Sniffles
That's
takes the
the
skull and carefully with his hands cleans the flesh off of it and has like a little brush. He says, I think this will take a little while, sire.
Duck the eye, okay? Duck the eye.
I think maybe we should do that short rest we were talking about.
Okay.
How much life did you guys have left?
Double digits.
Okay.
Full health.
Well, you're 30 feet in the air the whole time, right?
I had
Yes,
19
yes.
left.
You had what left?
19.
Cool.
2 points.
Simon, what is Sir Wiggle's strength modifier?
It's a 2.
So
Really?
But you're proficient, so it's you add +3, so you roll +5.
Okay. So what?
When you attack.
I roll a... Oh, I didn't change that. Yeah, +5.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to rest, and then we're heading off to find the labyrinth of winter. Is that right?
Yes.
The ice labyrinth.
Should we
Yes.
ask, what's her name?
And
I mean, Carrie kind of gave us a general direction.
yes.
Should we ask if
She
she knows
couldn't
anything about
text
this?
us a picture of a map or anything, eh?
Someday. Okay, so are we just going to head off in that direction, basically?
Well, you're taking a short rest first, right?
Sure, we'll take a short rest first.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
During your short rest, the Guff comes back to life and kills you all. He,
Don't we get a saving throw or something?
no. It's power word kill.
I do believe that has a saving throw.
So my new character is also a pug.
I think it's literally if you have less than 100 health, you just die.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
That's the point of it. You utter a word of power that can compel one creature you can see within range to die instantly. If the creature you choose has 100 hit points or fewer, it dies. Otherwise, the spell has no effect.
Oh, okay.
Cool. As you are resting, Ryan Sniffles has seated himself on a rock and is slowly picking the flesh off the skull. Ryan is attempting to practice with his new sword. And he seems to be getting the hang of it, if you will. It's not like a good sword attack, but he's doing better than he was. Tofu seals up to you, Wiggles, and licks your cheek in gratitude.
You're welcome.
Ryan, I am afraid that Wiggles misspoke. The sword is part of the loot, and as you are a hired mercenary, you are not actually eligible for any of the loot.
Ryan turns to you and goes,
I fire just a warning Eldritch Blast shot across his bow. You turn down the offer for a share of treasure. You get 500 gold at the completion of the mission. Now, please hand over the sword, or I will have to report you for breach of contract.
Ryan scampers off, dragging the sword, and hides behind a fallen column, and then peeks over the top at you.
Ryan,
Is there any chance
you're the
this
most
is...
professional mercenary I've ever met. You wouldn't breach your contract, would you?
Ryan ducks down behind the column.
Is there any chance this is a
Dude,
cursed
do you wanna-
sword and it's taking over his mind.
Do you want to roll persuasion, actually? You deserve a roll for this.
So what is that? That is plus 11.
Plus 11?
So that's a 21.
Ryan, you see Ryan hoist the sword on top of the column and then shoves it to your side, and while still hiding behind the column.
Well, congratulations, Casey. A Will Durst on TV.
Thank you.
Is Will Durst at the game?
Yes, looking very upset.
Is Tom Cruise there? Because I heard he's the reason that Game 2 was won by the Dodgers.
Well, they were just distracted by how old he looked.
He looked like Fred Willard. He looked like Norm Macdonald, that's right. Who was younger than him?
Oh, probably.
Really? I guess that makes sense.
Maybe not by much, but I think he was.
Tom Cruise. Age. No, 2 years younger. Tom Cruise is 59. Norm Macdonald is 61.
Tom Cruise is 2 years younger than Will Durst.
Yes. How you doing, Simon? Okay, as all this is going on, Ubad, you hear a whisper in your ear. Ubad. A word, if you will.
Sure, 1 second. Did Ryan return the sword?
Yeah, Ryan shoved the sword towards you and is hiding behind the column.
Okay.
The sword clattered off of the column he's hiding behind towards you.
I say, Ryan, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And in my head, I say, yes, Shazza.
If you would come into the ring, if you would.
Okay, I go into the ring.
Ubad? Ryan, what did you do to him?
Ryan turns around, looks over the column, and goes, I must have slew him for defying me, of course. He looks terrified. So Ubad,
I'm in.
Cool. You enter the ring, and you see Shazza standing there with his arms crossed his back to you and says, "You have disobeyed a direct order, Ubad. You were to gain control of your companions' enchantments. Instead, you help them remove the enchantments."
I think that is Shazza, you are wise beyond me, but I think that is one view of a multidimensional situation. I tried my best to control the machine that would take over them. Unfortunately, its mechanisms were foreign to me, but fortunately for you, I'm actually quite able to control my companions with the power of my words.
When
I yet to refuse to do anything that I've asked.
When I assign you a task, I do not expect you to try your best. I expect you to do the task. Now, I do commend you for your ability to command your companions with your wiles, but certainly, you see, this is less than if you had control of their brains directly, you see.
I disagree. I think when you command a dog, and you kick it, when you force it to do something it doesn't want to do,
Hey.
it will
You're not there.
It'll plot against you. It'll fight ways to break your control. It will bite the hand that feeds them. But if you convince the dog that it was their idea all along, there's nothing for them to fight but themselves.
And
These are the
Shaza
tricks you taught me, Shaza. I learned from the best.
smiles and says, "And what about when I give you a command and it is not followed? What do you think should happen then?"
Well, Shaza, the one, Shaza, I am at your mercy. I am here. We are here in the Arctic, and we are, while quite capable, I think we've found out that there is a lot more up here than we ever imagined. And I'm here on the quest for you, and anything harm you do to me would be a hindrance to that quest, but if you do as you wish, and I follow.
Mm-hmm. So far, you are correct that you have been able to guide your companions well, so you will receive no punishment yet. But do remember that you are on a quest for me, and and if your decisions take you away from my will, then my will may well be turned against you.
Very well, Shaza. Would you like a peanut while we're here? And I offer him a peanut from the bowl.
He takes one and flips it up in the air, and it does like a figure 8, and shells itself, and then the two peanuts, the two nut parts go into his mouth, and he crunches them, and the shell lands at your feet. And he says, "You have done well so far, Ubad. Just see to it that you continue to do well." And he disappears. And then he reappears and says, "Oh, I forgot to actually tell you something else to do. So, this...
Ring, too bad. No, go on.
This crown of winter intrigues me greatly. As you might have imagined so far, I'm going to need you to retrieve it. And we'll have to see what it can do. That is all."
Yes, Shaza.
Now he disappears for real. Then he comes back and says, "Oh, I forgot to say bye. Bye." And he disappears. And he reappears and says, "How's your mother, actually? Oh, how would you know? You're actually in the north.
She's
Sorry
dead.
for asking."
She died. I'm revenging my family. I made a pact with you. Are you trying to hint that she's actually alive, Shaza? This is...
He crosses his arms and says,
"There will be no punishment, yet you torture me."
"You know ghosts are a thing." And disappears. That's it. End scene.
And Shahzad, or Ubad, takes the sword with him and pops out of the ring.
Outside the ring, Lee is holding Ryan while Sir Wiggles just like punches him. "Where is Ubad?"
Wiggles, is this happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at my face.
Wiggles. Ryan gets an acrobatics check against your strength check to see if this
Fine.
happened.
I got a 13.
This definitely happened.
Where? Yeah.
You can't
Ryan
just
says,
go around slaying people.
He's there. He's there. He's trying to.
Oh, hello, Ubad.
I brought him back. Unhand me.
Very well. Don't let
no
this
such thing.
happen again, Ryan.
Ryan scampers off and hides behind the column.
Did we finish our short rest?
Yes.
Good. So, very
Roll.
injured.
Roll. What's your strength? What's your strength modifier?
Mine?
Yeah.
+4.
Okay, I'm gonna say. Roll 3 220.
What? Okay, I got a natural. Oh no, 7, an 11, and a 12.
Okay, Ryan didn't take any damage. Cool. What's up?
I'm
Now,
still,
Ryan, the rapier is clearly on loan for the rest of the mission, but you will have to turn it in and any other gear that we lend to you after the mission is over, and you will be paid your 500 gold. And thank you so much. You are really the best mercenary we could have hired, much better than anyone else at the Owlbear. Jolly Owlbear.
Ryan looks up to you and kind of and then walks ahead.
I don't know why he's so mad. We offered him to be a full share party member, and he turned it down.
Yes, he gambled and lost.
Now, Wiggles, did you want to use this sword, or are you sticking with the mace and the dagger?
I like this sword. I lost the mace and the dagger stab. Plus, it's a more paladinic in nature.
What? Can you?
I'm sorry, paladinic.
Yeah, have or
Yeah.
about or relating to a paladin, of course.
Oh, yes, like a paladinism. A paladindrum.
Okay, I feel much better after that rest. So, are we basically just going to start walking north?
Mm-hmm.
An expedition to the north, as it were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you're still in this like kind of mountain valley. And if you look to the north, you can see the mountain valley kind of goes towards the west. If you follow it.
Before we head out west, I would like to look around and just see if I notice if there is maybe anyone else following us, or I guess specifically looking for somebody who might be invisible, just footprints with no person, or just anything in the valley that looks out of normal.
So you're looking all around you for anything weird.
Yeah, I think anything out of place.
The Dragonborn.
Well, more of an elf who was supposed to lead us.
Oh, okay. Wanna roll me perception?
Are you saying this out loud? Or just looking?
I'm just looking.
Roll me? No, don't. Roll me survival.
Oh, good. They're the same. It's an 18.
As you're going ahead, you stop, and you see what looked like some old footprints that were like several days old, going the way that going forward from you are. Like as if you were to continue down the valley, you would be following them.
Okay, I will have Pompadour follow the trail maybe 500 feet ahead of us. And just keep in... I think I can keep in telepathic contact with him while we move forward.
Just is going to be 500 feet in front of you as we move forward.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm actually going to have him take the form of a raven.
Okay, don't you need to recast your spell to do that?
No, it's part of his ability.
Oh.
Guys, carrot.
He can I kind of think of him more as a sequel, probably.
Sorry, I know you.
Cool. What? Okay. You all continue while I pull up the calendar.
The year was 420. The month was, I don't know, I have it written down somewhere.
It was a cold summer in the north.
It was Myrtle. It
Yes.
is,
It's now the 30th of Myrtle, I believe.
It is now the 1st of Kythorn.
Ooh.
And I really thought we would be more days in at this point. So whatever. Did I share this calendar with you guys?
No, did you come up with it from scratch?
I did. No, I copied it. I made a Google Doc. I'll figure out if I want to share with you later. But I made a Google Doc that is this calendar that I copied from other D&D resources with notes on it.
Hey, Hayden, as the last DM of ComeDy&D, don't share all of everything with the players. That's a good rule of thumb.
Have I done that?
That's a good.
The last D&D, the last DM, Simon knows something that the rest of us don't.
I think Simon means he was the one before Hayden.
Oh.
He sent everything to the players.
Yeah, ever since the Giants lost, he just doesn't feel like living anymore. It's not worth it, Simon. Don't give up.
Cool. You are walking. You're following these, going through this mountain pass for it seems like a very long time, like a full day's march almost.
At the beginning of the march, I will point out the tracks to everyone else and say to them on their watch.
Cool.
We don't recognize the tracks though. Like the boots.
They're like footprints.
Okay, they're humanoid.
They seem. Do you want to? They're humanoid. You can tell that.
Like, are they boots or feet or hooves?
They're shoes. It's some sort of shoes. They're a couple days old, and you can give me an investigation check to see if you can intuit anything more detailed from them.
I rolled a critical 20, so that's 27.
Yeah, they seem to be made by they seem to be like kind of like smallish, like humanoid, but like kind of smallish, but like not like a dwarf, more like a elf, like a lady elf maybe.
Yes, these footprints were made by a lady elf. I think she's left-handed, and her right boot was repaired 6 months ago.
Wow.
Stick with us, Ryan. You'll learn a lot.
Ryan looks at you, turns around, looks at you with an empty expression, and then looks forward and
Ryan,
continues to walk.
Are you okay? You know, I realize you are an employee, but, you know, morale is very important on this journey. We may end up having to forage for food. I don't want to talk about what we might have to eat. I'm just saying it's good to keep on On speaking terms, at least.
Morale is just fine.
Can I do an insight check to see if morale is fine?
Yes.
That's a 2.
Morale is just fine.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear that, Ryan. Thank you. Carry on. I'm sorry, I must have misinterpreted your body language a little.
Ryan, are you grumpy from all the walking? I can put you in the glove.
No, I can walk myself. I am your employee.
If you ask nicely, I'll carry you. Ryan, I don't know why you are so resentful. These are the agreements that you forced upon us. So I don't know why they should upset you so much.
I am a mercenary. I do not require to be carried anywhere. I am an adventurer. I shall continue with the march.
Wiggles, can I? Well, no, he can't use the dagger offhand.
I'm writing in my notes, Ryan is grumpy.
You don't know that. You think morale's fine.
You're right. Ryan is not grumpy.
Can Lee read subtext?
No, turtles have no subtext. Very straightforward species.
Oh, your plays are terrible.
They're really bad.
I'm feeling angry. I'm happy.
Lee, what do you think would happen if I, you know that giant skull from that Elithiad thing we fought?
Yes.
What do you think would happen if I introduced the black death mold to that?
Well, I think we only saw it infect living creatures, if I remember. No, that's not true. It animated skeletons, so yes, probably the skull would attack us. This sounds like a terrible idea, but what did you have in mind?
Great idea. I like it.
Was it to create some sort of skull bomb, store it in the glove, and then if we need to, we can throw it into our enemy's camp?
Yes, or really just to have something that if you caught a powerful being off guard might have a good hit against it. Might maybe not even take it down, but take it halfway down.
Well, I seem to remember the death mold having a... What did Chorus call it? Difficulty rating pretty low when it wasn't on like a large creature. So I don't know how much damage it would do. But we do have the gloves, so we could try it.
Call Carrie. We haven't talked to her in a while. Carrie, how is everything at Roderick's Gardens?
Everything at Roberth Gardens is the same
Insight
as
check.
it was.
That's a 3. Is everything fine?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Carrie, do you or did Roberth have any notes about the Elithids at the lost city of U?
There were theories that the dwarves at the lost city of Ur made deals with Illithid tribes in order to gain access to their arcane artifacts and powers. It is not known what became of them.
Carrie, what do you think would happen if the death mold touched an Elithid skull?
Is the skull dead?
Yes.
The death mold would likely grow to inhabit the skull and then use it like a weird squishy hermit crab of some kind. It would be like a snail. You know what I mean? You know?
Yes.
You get it?
was the combat rating of the black mold in a skeleton?
Why you test me like this?
In the
1500?
in the holding pen 3, it was 500 because it was like by itself.
Corvus was 2500. Yes?
Yes, that's what I wrote down.
Death mold can, depending on its skeleton, can be anywhere between 500 and 5,000 combat rating.
Carrie, did you or Rabbith have any notes about Dijin or Marids?
Jin, it is theorized that we're looking up the exact D&D definition of these things real quick. Jinn are wind genies and Marids are water genies?
Oh, water genies. Yes, I actually misspoke.
God, Brian.
Shaza is a Marid.
Yes.
It is theorized that several powerful Marid might be responsible for causing several of the ice storms seen in the northern continent, as natural weather patterns could not be used to explain everything that has been seen in the area.
Now, Carrie, of course, you wouldn't be able to estimate the combat rating of a Marid, would you?
I have never witnessed a Marid in combat, so no. One can only theorize.
That mother comment has really set me on edge.
Ubad, are you okay? This line of questioning is very strange.
For now, yes.
Looks like someone mentioned his mother.
Yeah, I don't remember that happening. Insight check on Ubad. 20.
Ryan,
I
I'm
would
having
like to
some
help
whiskey.
with
Would
that.
you like some as well?
Ryan stops in his tracks, turns around to face you and says, "Never on the job." And then he turns around, faces forward, and continues watching.
Ryan, this isn't part of our bounty. This is an offer as a friend.
A professional does not partake of alcohol on the job.
Well, I've never claimed to be anything more than an amateur explorer, and I'll take a shot of the dwarven whiskey.
Roll Constitution.
That's a 7.
You are fucked up.
Okay.
You get 500 pounds?
It's really good whiskey.
Hell yeah.
Wiggles and Lee and Sniffles, if you guys want to have a drink with me, feel free. You are invited.
You hear in your ear from behind, "I would love to partake."
Oh, look who suddenly doesn't have to check in with their master. And I pour Sniffles a drink.
I
Not too bad.
I should warn you that once I start drinking, it is very difficult for me to stop. I have an addictive personality. Give me a drink.
Don't have. Okay, I'm pour a shot for the turtle.
Yeah, I would like one also.
Pour
You have a bowl shot.
pour a bull shot for
Mini bowl.
for Wiggles. Ryan, you're off the clock for half an hour. OSHA rules. You get a 30-minute lunch and 2 10s for every 8 hours.
Remember to wash your hands when you come back, though.
Ryan slowly and deliberately turns around to face you and says, if the 4 of you are drunk, who's keeping watch?
The parrot.
I, as a professional mercenary, shall keep you guys safe.
You always have your pride, Ryan. Good for you. Did you guys fail your con rolls too?
Oh
yeah, dude.
Con save?
Yeah, con save.
Natural 1.
Yeah, you're hella fucked up.
I don't feel it.
Did you pass? What's your con save?
19.
Yeah, you hold it. You're good. You're good. You feel a buzz, but you're lucid.
Oh, you guys are lightweights, even though you're like twice my weight.
Yes, it's the very slow metabolism. This alcohol will be in my system for weeks. Do you want to see me hold my breath for an hour?
Yes. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
After holding his breath for an hour, we can finally talk about how weird that he was a 15-year-old turtle dating a 300-year-old elf.
Age is nothing but a number.
What? Did you say something?
I don't have that much air, but age is nothing but a number.
No.
Question: are you guys like set down making camp while this is happening? Or are you like walking forward?
Absolutely.
Well, you said we'd already walked for like a whole day?
You're like at the end of a day.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we're tired, we make camp.
I'm gonna just do this. So I guess I'm just gonna DM roll that you were like slowing down. You're still walking forward as you were drinking, about ready to make camp. And you turn a corner.
There are corners?
Not a corner, but you go far enough such that you see the pass open up, and you see in front of you a body of water come around the mountain on one side, and on the shore of the water you see a wrecked old ship, and on the bow of that ship is written the words
How do you spell that?
the Krill Maedoc. And across from the Krill Maedoc on the mountains, you see what looks like a narrow path up the mountains up to a cave.
How is krill spelled?
CRYLLMAEDOC.
I hope everyone who's raiding got that spelling.
Oh, there's a raid now?
Hello, raiders. We are drunk
Oh
in
my
the Arctic.
God. That was going to be the last thing we did, but we can be drunk for a minute.
Yes. We are hammered, actually. Except me. I'm only slightly buzzed since I succeeded on my con check.
Wiggles, you're a good boy. Such a good boy.
You know, I've been told I'm the best boy.
Did we know the name of the ship that they came up on?
That who came up on?
Oh, you know, all of them people that were Lawrence, Edmund Atkins, and Zeppelin, and
Is this a DM question or a question to the party?
this was an in-character question because
Okay.
somebody is drunk and doesn't remember anything, and maybe the player never actually wrote down that information.
Let me translate. And I throw up. That's my translation.
You can try to throw up. You don't particularly feel the need to.
I'm a dog, so I ate some grass. So that probably does it, right? I mean, when a dog eats grass, they throw it up, I think. I'm a pug.
Where have you found grass?
Okay. Hey, you tell me.
He's been carrying a 40-pound barrel of grass this whole time, I swear.
You see a bunch of snow on the ground. Ice and snow. No grass.
No grass growing out of like a weird rock somewhere? Fine. That's fine.
You could dig for it and see if there's like old grass. I don't think that's how the North Pole works though.
Natural one! I roll an Am I dead?
You dig and you find some old snow.
Alright. Not dead.
You're not dead. You're alive.
This is a very good day. Alright. I would like to go on the ship and explore it. And I would like to sail it.
And that's where we're ending today.
You're kidding.
I was gonna end a minute ago, but then you guys wanted to drink more stuff, and I was trying to be entertaining for the raid. But I don't really have anything prepared.
Lee, can you summon up one of those huts? I am starting to feel so tired.
Yes. I can also make you very large or very small, if that would help.
Sometimes I dream of being so small, so tiny, so insignificant. You know, that's how we look to the greater beings. Shaza bosses me around, says he built my family and saved my family, but he mentions my mother so casually. He let her die. If he cares about my family and Celestia, why would he let it be overrun by rhinoceri?
I think I understand what you're saying, Ubad, and I cast Reduce on him. That's what you wanted, right? To be really small? See, look, you're shorter than Ryan. Well, actually...
Why not?
You might still be taller than Ryan.
Can I pick him up and put him in my pocket? I've always wanted like a baby elephant in my pocket. I want to put him in my breastplate. My new Uwe, can I pick you up and put you in my breastplate so you stay warm?
Yes, this feels nice.
Has anyone okay, so I've been on a leash before. Has anyone ever like picking your nose mistakenly and
Has anyone stapled my nose? No, not to my knowledge. That sounds very painful.
Ubad, do you want a drink now that you're half the size you used to be? It'll go further, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, would he do a con check at disadvantage?
Well, you know what they say, liquor before wine, you're doing fine. And I will pour a tiny bottle. Do my items shrink down with me?
That's a good question. I think so, because your weapons now do 1d4 less damage.
I will pull out a tiny bottle of wine and take a swig.
So tragic. That wine was normal size before. Now it is tiny.
Should I make another con save to see if I get... Well, I don't think we have to explore. I think we can just kind of role play here in the
I run on the ship and I
in the tiny hut for a bit.
Start opening.
Okay.
Go searching in the bedrooms.
But can I do a con save to see if I get more drunk?
Yes.
Alright, Ray.
Oh,
All right.
I always need nachos and a blanket. In and out of character.
While you're doing that, I'm going to
Alright,
try
plus
to cast...
21. I'm just as drunk.
I'm going to try to cast the tiny hut while drunk. It takes 11 minutes of intense concentration.
Make me a con check.
13.
You lose the spell. Describe how you lose the spell.
Well, it's a ritual.
Okay,
So-
describe how you mess up the spell.
I just keep repeating the middle part over and over again. And then I start over, and I get to that middle part, and I just get stuck in a loop every time.
Yes.
I was thinking we could sleep outdoor tonight. Really, I feel like we haven't had the full expedition to the north experience, sleeping inside this magical hut.
Are you just making an excuse because you couldn't?
No, I really think this could be a good experience.
I guess you were holding the tents and they shrunk with you, sure.
I don't know. I was definitely holding one tent. Well, no, I think I had 2 tents. I think somebody else had an extra tent. Because we got another tent off of Knifey and Grabby.
Oh, yeah. It's a smaller tent than the one you started.
Hey Hayden, can I take that metallic skull that I found and offer it to Ubad and say, "Would you like to sleep? Can you fit in this?
Would you like to what?
Would you like to sleep in this metallic skull?"
I think Ubad is like 8 feet tall, so now he's 4 feet tall.
Okay, how big is this skull?
Full size.
Yes, that doesn't seem very comfortable. Wiggles, you have a lot of stories of things that have happened to pugs. Do you know any stories of any pugs who've sworn their service to otherworldly beings because they thought that everyone in their family had, and then you realize this otherworldly being doesn't care about your family at all, and you're just some tool in some game and about some crown?
Absolutely. There was a time when my great-great-grandfather, he was 8 years older than me. He told us a story about how there was a cat who came to town swinging a ball of yarn, and he was so mesmerized by it. And some of the other dogs went and swore their fealty to this ball of yarn, eventually succumbing to they became in service. Their souls were sucked up and eaten by a cat deity, and that's my next mission. I have to go find their souls. They're also part cat. It's really.
How would
Write this down. This is canon.
You're not allowed at
If only we were recording it.
Okay, which part do you want me to write down? My great grandpa's 8 years older than me. He's really nice. He's a nice guy. I don't think he can make these things up. Anyways, is that what? By the way, when I'm doing this story, I'm taking the metallic skull and I'm doing the jaw so that it looks like he's talking.
It's half a skull.
There's always a puppet. Always a puppet.
Cat came into the pug village. And I do like, you want me to sing you a lullaby, Uba?
Is tofu actually a unicycle?
Oh, did Tofu take a drink?
Tofu, do
Seat,
you want a drink?
yeah, my seat definitely does want it. Crap.
Okay, no drinks for tofu.
18 con, plus whatever Warhorse stats.
Lee, have you had to fight a water elemental? If you have a career as a pirate.
Well, most of my career as a pirate was sort of a nurse in training. So no, I can't say that I have. But in a way, we've all fought water elementals. Your water elemental is a water elemental. Mine is my addictive personality. Sir Wiggles, I don't know, something about trying to eat grass. It's a little confusing.
You think him and the cat deity would bond about their inability to eat grass, but you never, They're more that unites us than divides us, I would say. Yeah, Ryan's just staring watch while we're all drunk.
Ryan is has his rapier out and is like kind of like leaning on the ground like that knight stance, and he is looking outward and not really moving and just staring off into the distance.
Is this one of these things where if we can make him laugh, we win something?
Ryan looks over his shoulder at you and says, "A professional never laughs." And he smiles and then looks forward again.
Is anyone else finding Ryan really weird today?
You take this job way too seriously. This is
Ryan, you've done a good job so far. So I would like to offer you a raise.
to make him taller.
Ryan turns around and says, "Why, that's not necessary. I was hired for a price, and I shall honor that price."
But we would like to hire you. Get it? Hire, raise.
I like it.
I do not get it.
Oh. Should we kill him?
Well,
Should we kill him?
Ryan, we're adding 50 gold to your payment as a retainer for our next mission, and the full terms will be negotiated on our return. I won't hear no for an answer.
You'll have to negotiate that with the character whose name I'm looking up. You'll
Your mother. Yeah.
You'll have to negotiate that with Kareth back at the Jolly Owlbear.
It took me a while to remember that. Are you okay? You sure you're not drunk? You sure you don't want any?
I am quite fine, thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna burn the ship.
What?
I don't like it. I don't like the ship. I don't like it. It's ominous. It's dark. It's like.
Are we taking a rest of some kind, or are we going to the ship? Or are we splitting the party? The ship is like a ways off.
I think we're taking a long rest.
Yes, I agree. So Wiggles.
I mean, you know,
Half of us are drunk,
did I write that on my flaws?
which I believe is
When I'm
poison.
drunk, I like to burn things. Like
You're not drunk, though.
I'm buzzed. You know, ish.
It's a social contact high kind of situation for Sir
You know what it
Wiggles.
is? I'm trying to bring too much of my real life into this character, and I need to stop. I'm bringing too much real side into Sir Wiggles. I'm trying to burn boats while I'm buzzed slightly off. Like, it's like
Is that a thing you've done in real life?
I've had like a wine cooler, and like I can't get into it. Like I'm legally not allowed to talk about it, but you know, we'll just leave it at that.
It was you who set that bus on fire.
No.
Arson D&D.
Yeah.
Cool. We're resting?
Yeah.
Let's rest.
That's what I'm calling it then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you to the last minute raiders.
We usually wrap up around 10.
Just like everyone else.
We should.
I don't. I keep playing D&D after they leave. I sit here by myself, roll dice.
I thought we were having a good character moment. I thought it'd be fun to just
Yeah.
kind of keep it going doing that.
It felt like it was a good lull, so that's why I tried to call it the point, but you go and keep going and that was fine. It would.
I like setting things on fire.
Cool.
I kind of like Ubad being like a sad drunk.
We had a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Check us out on ComeDy&D.com.
Yes,
think
or
it's still up.
if you're not into D&D, check in ComeDy&D.com, our non-D&D alternative. That probably works, right?
What?
How many websites did you buy?
What? No.
That's not a D20.
What?
All right.
No.
And thank you to for
My other
Sirenscape
podcast.
for music and Gamescape for. Wow, this is it's a little cult-like now that we're all four wearing them. But you know, if you're going to be in a cult, come on down to
Join the
Gamescape.
cult.
It's only called like when we start telling Hayden that
Follow the
the rules are
Gamescape.
wrong. Check us out. Go Giants next year. Thank you.
Bye.
It's always next year. So we're going to raid, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, guys.
Good night.